everybody. Tonight I'm going to do a tenderloin, and I'm going to do some carrots, but I'm going to wrap them in bacon and put them in the oven and let them cook. So let me get them peeled and cut, and I'll come back to you. I've got them peeled, and some of these I'm going to cut in half, and the others I'm not, because some of them are really big, and I want them all to get done at the same time. I'm making a tenderloin. You know, I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to season my carrots, because I like things seasoned. I'm going to put some seasoning salt on them. I'm using Lowry's. My oven's ready. I preheated my oven to 425. And I'm wearing an apron that Kim sent me from Kentucky. She sent me this apron, and she sent me some bundt cake utensils to use, because she bought me a bundt pan for Christmas. There's my kitty. And he's liable to jump up here so I don't have a heart attack. He, last Tuesday, I found blood in his urine, and I had to take him to the vet, and they had to flush his bladder, because he was full of crystals. And I thought he was okay. And let's see, this is Wednesday. No, this is Thursday. Tuesday night when I went to bed, I went to clean his litter box out, and there was blood in his urine again. So his doctor wasn't there yesterday, but I called as soon as I got up, and no other doctor will mess with him. And his doctor specializes in fluted cats and crystals in the urine. He's had PU surgery, and usually that fixes that in a cat, but he doesn't have a tail, so therefore he is challenged. He didn't develop back there completely, so he's a special needs cat. So needless to say, that cost me. He stayed there all night last night. They didn't charge me for him staying there, thank God, because they knew how much it was going to cost to do all this. And he has some kind of infection, but they had to send some blood work off, because they couldn't figure out what kind of infection. So I don't know if it was just their equipment that didn't pick it up, but I love my cat, and I will do anything for him. And I hope I'm not being selfish, because they told me to bring him Wednesday morning. When I talked to him, they told me to bring him on in. And I asked them if it would be okay if I waited till Wednesday afternoon. Since they couldn't see him, I just didn't want to take him in and make him stay all day hearing all those animals coming in and out, barking and meowing and everything. Now, that's not gonna work. Let's see how I can do this. So I took him in at 4 o'clock Wednesday, and he stayed the night. I got up this morning and I called to check on him, and they hadn't even seen him yet, which upset me a little bit, because why take him in? Why did he stay all night if they couldn't do anything for him and they didn't see him first thing? But if I know, I would have been stressed out all night Wednesday night, because every time I clean his litter and I see blood, my heart falls into my stomach, and it's hard. So I knew that he would be okay if anything happened. As long as he was at the vet's office, I knew he was okay. They could do something for him, like make sure he wasn't in pain, because a cat don't let you know when they're hurting, and that makes it hard. But they gassed him this morning so they could mess with him, because he's ornery, and none of the other vets would see him. But he has one of the best vets anywhere around. We're in Mobile, Alabama, and he goes to Theodore Animal Hospital. Shout out to them, because if you need help with an animal, they have state-of-the-art technology. They have a lot of things that most vets don't have. the surgery he had, the vet that he had at the time wouldn't touch him, wouldn't do it. So he found Dr. Paul Stevens for me, and he's been great. Now, he did call around, and he found somebody in Minnesota that specializes in crystals also, and they gave him another medication, and I give that to him twice a day, 0.2 milligrams. So hopefully that helps him, because he is on, now he's on 3 different types of medicines. He takes amitriptyline for stress every day, which is an ointment I put in his ear. He takes lactose for constipation, which is also stress induced. It's the only thing we can figure. He's like me. He has a lot of stress. And he can feel my stress. So, just, if you pray, just pray my kitty's going to be okay. But that's why Kim got me a apron with a cat on it, because she knows how much I love Shadow. And he's not a black cat, he's gray. And he's a bobcat. He don't have a tail, or he's a bob-tailed cat. And that's what they think is wrong with him. He didn't completely develop. That's why he doesn't have a tail, because he was supposed to have had one. And their central nervous system is all attached back there. So his just didn't develop all the way. Now I'm going to put these in the oven for 30 minutes. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take them out after 30 minutes. And I'm going to take some honey. And I've got some hot honey, but my husband does not like spices. So I'm going to take some honey, and I'm going to heat it up in the microwave, and I'm going to put parsley and a little bit of seasoning in it, and I'll take them out after 30 minutes and drizzle that honey all over them and put them back in for another 15. I'll show y'all what I'm doing. I'm just putting them on a baking dish with parchment paper on them right now. And I've got my oven preheated to 425. That's as high as you can go with parchment paper. I hope my husband likes these. He likes the way I roast carrots, so I don't know why he wouldn't like these. I guess there's only one so far that I can see that I'm going to cut in half because it's really big. But I love carrots. I'm a potato girl. But I like to swap every now and then. Let me get these wrapped. I'm sorry I'm talking so much. But if you can just send my cat prayers, good vibes, whatever it is you do, whatever you believe in, I'll accept it. I guess I'm just going to wrap this one up. I'm not going to cut it because I still have to get my tenderloin ready. I've got one piece of bacon left, so I'm just going to put it around this. I think my husband will eat this. I think he'll enjoy it. The hungrier he is, the better things are to him. I know that. Okay. My dishwasher broke. And of course it was full of dishes, so I took everything out, washed it, and I got somebody coming to look at it tomorrow. When it rains, it pours. Okay. That's what they look like. And I'm going to put them in the oven. And when I bring them out, I'll show them to you. Okay, I've gotten my honey. I've warmed it up a little bit in the microwave. I'm going to put some parsley in it. And I'm going to put garlic in it. salt and some pepper. And I'm going to whisk that together. And I'm going to take my carrots out. And I'm going to brush this on them, and anything left, I'm just going to pour it over it. Because I don't want to waste any of it. I want to use some of that hot honey. But I know my husband wouldn't like it. Okay, I've got them out of the oven, and I'm going to take my honey mixture. I don't want to waste any of it. And after I put this on there, I'll put them back in the oven for about 20 minutes. And I think they're going to be good and done. And I don't think I'm going to turn it because I don't want my bacon to become unwrapped. But it will go underneath of it, and I will mess with it enough to where it'll go under it. I love carrots, but I don't like them just boiled. I seared my tenderloin in butter, and I cut it in half and put more butter in it and seasoned it really well and put it in the oven wrapped up in aluminum. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers for subscribing. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and as soon as I get more followers, I will start putting more videos up. I will be putting one up tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure which one I'm going to put up. I've got a couple of them made. If you have any recipes that you'd like for me to do. Now, with the holidays coming up, I'm going to be doing a bunch of them. I'll be doing my cornbread and chicken dressing. I'll be doing all my desserts. So, just know that'll be coming. Okay, I'm going to dabble this around a little bit. Let's see. Let me try something. Smaller. These. I just don't want it to. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it. Oops, have to get brown. Oops. Even the big one's done. I think these are going to be good. They're good without bacon, so how bacon makes everything better. Well, maybe not everything, but most things. It's a little warm. back and let them get brown. Well, on this one. Well, no, I didn't. It's brown on the bottom. Usually things do get brown on the bottom of parchment paper. I'll put this back in the oven and I'll be back. Okay, the bacon is crispy on the other side, and I'm going to bring my carrots out so y'all can see them. I think they'll be good. Please hit that subscribe button, notification bell. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, y'all. You have a great night.